Wah! Get out of here!
Look, what do you want from me, Wario? Look, this is the 4th time you have come and broken into my house, okay? So if you want my help, ask me. If you want to fight to the death, I'm sure Huhrune can arrange something.
Choose your weapon.
You're gonna love it. Here I am. Beautiful!
So you want us to help you make a prototype for a new Wario Land and help present it to Nintendo?
Wah!
Karanshu, are you sure this is a good idea?
Hey, I mean, other than the fact that he's been a consistent physical threat to me and my well-being every time we meet, we get along fairly well. So yeah, okay, Wario, you take care of financing, Huhrune, you can take care of programming, and I'm gonna break down Wario Land 4 to see what makes these games tick.
You just want an excuse to do a game review.
And what if I do?
Here we go!
Well, I guess there's no better place to start than the beginning. It's amazing how effective this intro sequence is at delivering this game's identity and tone without even showing Wario himself until the title card. With that cool beat, Wario's sick muscle car with the custom logo, driving through the city's night and almost running over a baby cat. Actually, that last one's a bit concerning, but whatever, we may cut back that one, I don't know. Now, for any game, having a strong identity and personality is a great characteristic to complement an already strong foundation made from integral facets of a game like the story, or the minute-to-minute gameplay, and I mean a game can still survive without it. Like, look at New Super Mario Bros. I love this game, man, I grew up with it, but in terms of identity and personality, outside of nostalgia, let's be real, it's just...
The ending animations and credits are kinda nice, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Excellent!
But Wario Land doesn't just have personality, it shoves it down your throat in the best way possible. But to understand Wario Land, we first have to understand Wario Land divided by land equals Wario. We're talking about Wario. We all love Wario, he's a funny guy, but I don't think people give Nintendo the credit they deserve for making him. Wario is more than just a funny fat guy who farts and has a goofy voice. He's basically the Shrek of the gaming industry, and yes, I know it sounds stupid, but 1, I've said stupider, and 2, let me explain. Both Shrek and Wario are made as satirizations of their respective mediums and challenge those mediums' status quos. Shrek took the typical Disney princess song and dance affair with the ideal role models, goofy cute sidekicks, malevolent villains, and said fuck that until his story focused on a conventionally unattractive, emotionally troubled ogre, his cute but not that kind of cute but still good character independent from Shrek, Eddie Murphy Mammal, a borderline joke of a villain who's meant to take the piss out of Michael Eisner, all without the typical Disney musical approach that people were growing numb to at the time. Wario, on the other hand, is more satirization based on exaggeration rather than subversion. Mario collects coins, so Wario is greedy and money obsessed. Mario's short and chubby, Wario's basically a ball with feet and giant biceps. When Mario's happy, he's like, ooh, ha, tee, ooh, wahoo, I'm gonna go try to advance in my romantic affairs, but then get rejected. Meanwhile, Wario looks like he's about to have a psychotic episode from the amount of excitement he's experiencing. Now, satirization of popular characters is nothing new. I mean, Sonic is one of the most iconic characters in gaming, and he was founded on the principles of subverting and one-upping the standards set by Mario. But Wario is really a special case, because Nintendo really went, hey, so let's make a character that takes the piss out of our mascot, and actually, let's give him his own make it 2 series. Let's give him 2 series. But as Wario became more and more of his own fleshed-out independent character from Mario, those satirization roots never truly left, and we can see that clear as day in Wario Land 4. While Sonic's gameplay was designed off the idea of taking Mario's gameplay to the extreme, Wario Land 4's gameplay essentially flips all the platforming conventions set by 2D Mario on their head. So Wario goes to a pyramid to secure the bag, because he doesn't need girls, because girls are grody, okay? So you go into a starter level to teach you the basics of movement and level structure, and from there, you're totally free to choose whichever one of the 4 routes you want. And while individual routes may still require you to have the key to get to the next level, you'll still be able to beat the levels at your own pace. Basically, to get to the final level and the final boss, you need to beat all 4 of the other bosses, and to open the boss doors, you need 4 shards and the key ghost from each level. However, that doesn't mean you have to get all the collectibles in a level to progress to the next. As long as you get the key ghost in the level, you can go to the next level and revisit the ones that came before anytime. I really appreciate this game's approach on linear versus non-linear gameplay. Look, I love non-linear structure in games, giving the player the freedom on how they want to experience the game, but at the same time I have to concede that linear gameplay tends to offer a more consistent feeling of progress and giving the developers room to better structure the average player's experience. Wario Land 4 hits just that right spot where you can tackle any route you want or revisit levels at your leisure, while still restricting your access to later levels in each route. The game allows you to make your own options and your own path, while still making you feel like you're making your way through this pyramid's labyrinth. But freedom of gameplay only works if the gameplay's, good. And I can say, as a basically professional game man, It's pretty good. Instead of having a point A to point B level structure, Wario Land 4 prides itself on a much more open, explorative, and branching level design. When you first hop into a level, the goal isn't to dash to the end, it's to take your time. Look around, have a little snack, have a little cheer, have a little, pep in your step, it's fine, come on! I actually like most of the puzzles and collecting in this game, which is saying a lot, because normally I'm not a puzzle guy. Like, I still haven't beaten Portal 2, that's how bad I am at puzzles. But half of the collectibles can be found through just exploring, and the rest can be found through secrets and puzzles. The secrets are great in this game. Whenever you enter a room, you look for that one out-of-place thing, that one cracked wall. You ask yourself questions like, why they put this here, and kind of reverse engineer to what the game dev was thinking designing this puzzle. And for puzzles, every single mechanic is used to its fullest, no matter how basic it is. Like, look at this! Look at this! So you do when you do ground pound, and these pop up off the ground, it's whatever, but then you get here. It's like, darn! My Wario atoms are too solid to get through here. And then I was like, wait, what about this? And then my mind was blown to smithereens. If you remember, I talked about keychain puzzle design in my Super Paper Mario video, a link in the iCard above, and essentially, I compared Portal, a game with few but deep mechanics, to Super Paper Mario, a game with plentiful but shallow mechanics. Wario Land 4 utilizes that kind of keychain puzzle design, where specific abilities are used in specific circumstances, but it does it so much more gracefully and consistently. Even though the game is only 18 levels in total, each one is introducing its own unique mechanics, so it never feels like you're using the same key on the same door over and over again. I will say though, there are some secrets that are just plain unfair. Exploring, great. Puzzles, awesome. Noticing things out of place, love it, but having things hidden in random places with no indicator to look there, teaching the player to randomly ground pound and shoulder bash, hoping they find a secret area, that's not just bad game design, that's just not fun. But, you've taken your time, you've taken the chill pill, you've had a nice time, you've had a nice yoga session or whatever the hell you do, and then you hit this frog switch, and the game hits you with... No, wait. And then it hits you with the... Okay, hold on. And the game hits you with the... Why is it so hard? It's not even lit... Okay. And then the game hits you with... And then the game hits you with...
Hey, Karanshu, could you put your hand here?
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then the game hits you with that... Once that music kicks in, you don't got time for collecting stuff. You don't got time to relax and chillax. You gotta run! Run! Shut up! Sorry, airplane's getting me a bit antsy. Sorry.
How antsy?
Well, that emergency exit handle's looking pretty nice.
Oh my god!
Guys, I'm joking. Alright? I get antsy, but I'm not actually gonna pull the emergency handle.
Oh my god!
You told me you got off the no-fly list!
And I told you we shouldn't sit next to a raccoon when going out of the country!
Whatever. Okay, look, can you point the mic towards me? Actually, I need it. Oh! I almost dropped my phone there. But anyways, once you hit this frog switch, a timer starts. To exit the level, you need to go all the way back to the beginning of the level. Now, on the surface, this sounds like a really lazy gimmick, just making you play the same level with a time limit. Well, you're wrong! You are wrong, okay? Because Wario Land 4 has one of the best and most creative use of time limits I've ever seen in a video game. First off, when your main goal is rushing from one point to another, you need to make sure the movement is actually fun, and honestly, I wasn't prepared for how smooth this game felt to control. Wario actually has a really good feeling with speed and momentum. You build up your speed and just start fucking ramming and dodging through everything you can like it's Black Friday, dude. Keeping your top speed, perfectly timing your jumps based on the knowledge of enemy and platform placement from the first run through the level, reaching every platform, make it back to the start, and then getting stopped by some fucking ice monk. See, the time limit basically recontextualizes the entire level. Like, look at Palm Tree Paradise, peaceful, nice, simple. Basically just a point A to point B venture with a few secrets here and there. But when you hit this frog switch, those demented church bells hit, and you go from easy going to national emergency. But it's not just the mindset of the player that affects how they approach the levels. Almost every single level has you exploring a completely different section of that level once you hit the frog switch, offering a whole new set of unique enemies, terrain, mechanics, and hidden secrets. In a game filled with very distinct and mechanically unique levels. They basically give you a whole second phase building upon that level's mechanical foundation. And it's like Sonic Mania, start off with Act 1, build up and finish off with Act 2. And also, it's like, Also, the levels. Did I mention the levels? If I didn't, I probably should, because it's kind of the main thing about the game, despite only having 18 levels in total. Each and every single one is a unique and well-crafted experience in its own right, each with their own tone and atmosphere and enemies and mechanics. You know, you got Arabian Nights with this flying carpet. Ooh, Domino Row with these rows of dominoes and you race to get the prizes. Ah, Hotel Horror. It's got all these branching paths with you trying to get to the top floor. Bam! Big Board with this roulette minigame thing. Slam! Crescent Moon Village with this ghost pirate who steals your money. Fuck you 2. Doodle Woods, you got this artist pig who spawns enemies on top of you. Fuck you 3. And then you got Palm Tree Paradise. Okay, yeah, it's pretty boring, but the rest are really cool. The rest are awesome, okay? And to accompany this varied selection, you got so many amazing soundtracks. You got Hotel Horror, starting nice and simple with the classic funky theme fitting for Wario. You know, nice, laid back, fit for exploring, you know? And then you got Crescent Moon Village, added a little bit of the Halloweeniness to that Wario vibe, you know? And then the game blasts you with toxic Landfill, dude. Sounds like something right out of a TMNT beat-em-up game. And then you get the fiery Cavern, you know? Same energy, but just at a slower pace, you know, because of the more treacherous terrain, you know, there's lava everywhere, you know, you gotta watch your step, you know? This isn't your home turf anymore. And then you got Curious Factory, which really makes you feel the exaggerated swagger of an overworked Amazon warehouse worker. And then you got...
Okay, we made it.
Oh, wait, did we land already? Oh my, wait, when did that happen?
About 7 minutes ago. I just didn't want to interrupt you. Seemed like you had a flow going.
And this is why we're best friends. Now, prepare yourself for this sick establishing shot. Montage! Oh, man, that was awesome. That ramen was like edible sex.
Yeah, it was so fun. I'm not even off-put by your describing of ramen as edible sex.
Yeah. That Lolicon poster in the manga store kind of freaked me out, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a good thing the montage got cut off before we got there.
So yeah, we were talking about music, so... Hurry up! Alright. Look, I need to talk about something. You know, Wario, he's a funny guy, you know, he's cool, he's charismatic, he's popular, but it doesn't take too much shifting here and there to turn him into a, I don't know, you know, what's the word, you know, it's on the tip of my tongue, oh yeah, fucking scary! This is evident in fan creations like the Wario Apparition or the 5 Nights at Wario's games, all which are based on this idea of, hey, let's make the garlic guy spooky. But you're thinking, alright, whatever, Karanshu, you know, that's any character. Just give them bleeding, realistic, or black eyes, and boom. A creepypasta to go, now with extra pasta, creamy Alfredo, soft ship to die for, only 99 cents, get them while they're hot, buy 2, get 1 free. But this aspect of Wario isn't just something the fandom conjured up. This has been present from the beginning. Like, look at this. This is Wario's first real debut to the public eye, and this is how Nintendo chose to depict him.
The wicked imposter Wario has cast an evil spell over Mario Land.
Ja, ik ben de meester. Er ligt een vloek over Mario Land. Mario Land wa ore-sama. Wario ga nototteとはいえ。今頃Marioで。
And I bring it up because the spirit of these fan creations, early commercials, and depictions of Wario are kept alive in Wario Land 4. Like, let's do a comparison real quick. Even at Mario's most angular and polygonal, he maintains a very round circular design. This ties into shape theory, and to summarize, circular, more rounder shapes tend to lead to more approachable and softer character designs, while more sharper, angular designs tend to indicate the opposite. And we can see the latter in Wario's design. Compared to most of Wario's other appearances, they really up the angularness and pointiness of his design. His hat, jaw, mustache, ear, and eyes have all become more angled and sharp. The circular parts like his stomach and fists have been enlarged to give him a bit more approachability, but also make his stature and general towering, powerful presence stronger. Also, this is kind of unrelated, but from the back his ears look like W's, and I like that. That's very nice. They should do that more. Also, his nose is shaped like a penis. But this is to show that Wario in this game, down to his core features, was made to be more unapproachable and intimidating, and we can see these qualities in the rest of the game. This game's not hitting you with some Koopas doing like da-da-da-da-da-da-ba-ba. You got these axe-wielding maniacs, walking water bottles, this pink thing that does this face, you know, and mini Warios. I'm not even gonna get to the ethical and moral dilemmas this thing brings up, you know? Like, is he killing himself? Is this symbolic of Wario's suicidal tendencies? I hope not. You know, are you okay? I mean, look, I feel like we've bonded a decent amount on this trip, man. I hope you're doing okay. You good?
Get out of here!
Okay, you know, thank you. But remember when I said Wario was the Shrek of Nintendo? Well, I'm actually a lying bastard, because Wario is now the Jack specific of Nintendo. This game feels like the best bootleg plug-and-play game ever, alright? There's just so much varied and straight-up weird shit in this game, that it feels like a mishmash of leftover assets, and it works, somehow. Now, remember when I said Wario is the Jack specific of Nintendo, you know? Well, call me a pathological liar, because Wario is actually the Adult Swim of Nintendo. This isn't your, oopsie, I died, but I'm back, Mario Live system, you know? Wario Land 4 knows that only big boys are playing, so there are actual consequences for losing. You know, instead of just losing lives that have no real meaning, you actually lose any money or collectibles you got during that run of the level. I know it's a bit controversial, some people don't really like being punished for dying in games, but at the very least, it's a game design choice I can respect and understand. Okay, I need to be sent to jail for lying, but I don't care, because my nose is so Pinocchio long, I can use it as a key for my cell, because Wario is actually truly your high school bully of Nintendo, okay? This game isn't afraid to take you and kick the crap out of you and Wario, like the transformations. You know, in any other game, they would feel empowering, you know, you get a fire flower and kill everything in sight, but in Wario Land, enemies screwing you up is how you activate these transformations. You get this one where he turns into a bat, a zombie, a flat cake. He's literally just burning alive in this one. He's dying. Not only is it funny, but it's also another aspect of Mario's gameplay flipped on its head and parodied. And the bosses, ooh! Not only are they all mechanically and visually unique, but you know what? They're actually challenging. You gotta beat them within a certain time limit to get the best ending, and damn, it was a fun process to figure out the fastest way to beat each boss. You know, you gotta get into the mind of a speedrunner almost. You know, you beat them all, and then you get to the final level, Golden Passage, and you drop right onto the frog switch, and then it's your choice now, you know, how you want to approach the level. You can go fully utilize your time, you can go all the way to the end and back, or you can make multiple small trips, you know, get everything you need, the choice is yours. But any way you paint it, this is a great level, utilizes a ton of mechanics you experience throughout the game. You know, it's just like any great final level. It's like a final test of all you've learned and experienced, you know? And then, the final boss is so good, okay? You know, there are multiple phases, multiple ways to attack it. Like, you can save this hammer before it despawns, so you can use it multiple times later in a fight, but it's also good. These hands are, you know, it's good design. You know, it's a very good game. It's also good, though. Wait, no. Let me read that last one again.
Okay, Karanshu, you should probably go to bed. You haven't slept since we left your house, and at this point, you're barely even structuring your points.
It's a good boss. It gives the player the option on how they want to handle the altercation.
Alright, look. We can talk about this tomorrow morning on the bullet train, because we have the pitch to give to Nintendo, remember?
Okay, but you need to prom me, dude. You need to prom me.
I'm not going to do that.
Come on.
Karanshu, I have my dignity.
Come on. It's fine.
Okay. But only if I can hit you with my extendable boxing glove tomorrow.
Hey, fine by me. I love slapstick comedy, dude.
Okay? I promise.
No, man, you need to prom me.
Alright. I promise.
Nice.
Man, that building's really bland.
Huhrune, zip it! In that building is the spirit of creation. Hundreds of games we've come to enjoy over the years come from there. That being said, it is very bland. It's really bland.
Super bland.
Oh, god damn, I'm sweating bullets over here. God damn it.
Look, I'm sure everything will be... That's Shigeru Miyamoto.
What? Right there, in the back. My God, are you telling me the man who made our childhoods is about to judge our
Oh,
prototype?
heavenly horses. Oh, heavenly horses. Oh, heavenly horses.
Snap out of it, man. Look, we got this. We got some good ideas here, and I'm sure having the real Wario with us is going to help up our chances.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Ready.
So you guys like Wario Land?
You're gonna love it.
So, Mr. Miyamoto-san, what do you think?
Yeah, does our project get the green light?
Well, this sucks. We worked on that pitch for hours. Also, that guy burst into flames.
Don't worry, you get used to it.
Anyways, Wario, how do you... Oh my God!
Alright, so we can get all your organs and skin transplanted too, so don't worry. Can someone get a transplant for all the bones?
What is wrong with you?
Get out of here!
Hey, asshole, guess what? You failed. We all failed. It happens. We put our heart and soul into something and it fell... flat. Okay, look, I get it. Look, I get it. You worked your ass off, and even if you tell yourself to not get your hopes up, they're gonna get up. Let me tell you, I had a video I worked on for months. You know, I poured it myself and pushed everything I could do to the limit. You know, I fought through burnout, all while trying to get done with stupid college prereqs, you know. And after the big day came, where I finally put it out, you know, I even had a Coca-Cola bottle, celebrate. Not even like the crappy plastic cans, you know, like real shit. The Mexican ones, you know, with the real sugar in them. And the video didn't even crack 200 views. But that day was awesome. It was awesome. I was smiling ear to ear that whole time. I learned a while ago that the results are just an end goal. You know, it's that process. You gotta learn to enjoy it, you know? Everyone has ideas, but it's those few who take action, you know? And in that few, there's just even smaller few, you know, who keep persevering. Because guess what? You know, when we do what we do, you're always gonna fall flat. You're gonna get laughed at, and it's probably gonna happen a lot more than you probably wanted to. But each time it happens, you dust yourself off, hope people enjoy the show, and learn a thing or two, and do it all over again until you get your big break. Because guess what? When we all end up in cubicles staring at Microsoft Excel files 8 hours a day and wanting to blow our brains out, we'll be able to look at the guy next to us, and you know what we can say? We can say we gave our dreams a real shot. No one ever said this was easy. You know, it's hard to get yourself out there, you know, especially now in this day and age. You know, it's a sea of content, but that doesn't mean you stop trying. Alright?
Alright.
So, you know, I think we bonded today. You know, let's do a little team group hug, alright? Come on. Come on. You know what, Huhrune, you get in here too. You get in here
coming.
too. Okay,
I'm
come
coming.
Okay, you guys. Alright, nice friendships forming here. You know, while you get in here too. You've been kind of like in the background for a lot of this. You get in here. Get in here. Okay, you know what? Hey, alright, random raccoon cop. You want to get on? Wait, raccoon cop.
Not today, asshole!
You know, aside from the excruciating pain, that was actually a pretty cost-effective way to try. I can't even finish the joke. I need to lie down. Oh my God.